God, I'm so tired of winter. Babe, can you put down the book? It's cold. I want to cuddle. Thanks, honey. Let me just... No wonder you never complain about the cold. You're so warm and toasty. I could hold on to you for days and never get sick of it. You don't mean that. I have such cold hands. Oh, come on. It can't not bother you. But thanks for still loving me, even if I'm such a cold person. How cold is too cold? Would you love me if I was even colder? Always? Oh, please, there's gotta be a limit. God, you're really serious about loving me no matter what, huh? Are you sure nothing would stop you from loving me? Absolutely positively sure? Would you love me if I changed my hair? Maybe if I started dyeing it? We'll go with whatever your least favorite color is. No, it isn't about how I'm happy with it. It's gotta be about you. Would you still love me? Alright then. Would you love me if I shave my head completely? No more playing with it and sinking your soft hands all through? You'd have a girlfriend with a shiny bald head. True, I guess it would be a little more kissable and manageable and... You're really serious? You do all that if I lost all my hair? Yeah, duh, I'm more than my hair, but that would be a big change. Not really? Wow, I guess hair really doesn't matter to you. Didn't know you thought like that. I'm being too easy here. Would you love me if my dying passion was singing, but I was always off key? Loving me with your ears plugged? How romantic. Good thing I actually took singing lessons in high school. You can love me and listen to me. You can, right? Because if I've been off key this whole time and you've refused to tell... Okay, good. Would you love me if I was super busy? Like if I had the kind of job that kept me away from home for a few nights or even had me traveling out of the country? Would you still love me or would you start looking into other girls while I was away? Yeah, phones exist, but could you cuddle with a phone? Only if I'm on the other end? God, you're a loser. I love it. Let's go with the exact opposite then. Would you love me if I was clingy? Okay, but what if I was like super clingy? I would never let go of your arm. I'd always text while we were separated. I'd barely leave your side. I get super jealous. Is that too much? Oh, come on. You've got to have boundaries. No, you can't fix me. That's not how hypotheticals work. Assume I'm unfixable. Would you still love me? Well, great. If I suddenly start latching myself onto you more and tell you not to talk to waitresses, blame yourself for enabling my hypothetical bad behavior. What was that one I read online? Right. Would you love me if I was a worm? Like a tiny little earthworm? If I became that overnight, would you still love me? Have you ever seen a worm up close before? They are not as cute as in cartoons. So, no more kisses, no more cuddles. What would you do if I was a worm? Imagine if someone invited you over to make friends. And they said, all right, time for you to be my girlfriend. And you enter their room and it's just a giant tank full of dirt with exactly one worm. Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous. Though, I find it nice that you'd give me only the best tank and dirt. Okay. What if I wasn't a worm, but I was still really small? Would you love me if I shrink down to below your knees? Maybe smaller? Even more? You really want a pocket-sized girlfriend? Then again, getting held by you and squeezed by you and treated like a little kitten doesn't sound too bad. If you're this warm at this height, I can't imagine how comfy a bigger you would be. What about me being the huge one? Would you love me if I was 15 feet tall? Even more? Damn, I'm really the worst size I can be, huh? Too big to be cute, too small to be dominant. But it's nice to know that you probably still love me, despite that. Would you love me if you were at a casino and I, whom you didn't know, was on the other side of the poker table, and we were at the last hand to win the pot, and you were confident in your full house, but then I called and showed my hand, and it was a royal flush, and as the dealer gave me the entire pot, I slowly slid the queen of hearts towards you? Would you love me then? I've been watching a lot of casino films lately. But would you love me? Yeah, maybe throwing whatever jackpot I won in there with me made it too easy. Oh, would you love me if we were on opposite sides of a war, a medieval one, and I was just about to kill the king of your country, but you had me in your bow's aim? Would you fire it or would you lower your bow? I don't know why I'm going for the oddly specific ones, but I can get weirder if you want. Would you like me if I died and became a ghost and I'd constantly possessed you so I could give myself all your warm hugs? Would I be breaking a few boundaries? Oh, you'd really like that, wouldn't you? Are you into possession? Does that turn you on? Getting your ghost girlfriend inside you, crawling all around in your soul? Well, don't be ashamed. I'd let you crawl around in my soul, too. Oh, screw it. Would you love me if you died and I sucked you into a vacuum cleaner like a Ghostbuster and just kind of kept your soul on my desk in a jar like you were a pet goldfish? Would you love me then? Oh, you want to be my ghostly desk toy, my little action figure, my cute little pet spirit? You like that? Now who's the weird one? What if there were 4 of me and we were all competing for your affection? Would you love me enough to tell which one was the real me and marry that one? 4 limbs, what does that have to do with... Oh, well, aren't you greedy? Having one loving girlfriend just isn't enough, huh? You think you could handle all 4? No, we'd eat you alive. We'd throw you around between us, we'd paw over you in the bed, we'd find whatever you'd call too many kisses and give you 10 times that. I see that smirk. You're seriously into this. What the hell even is your limit? Would you love me if I was a robot? The kind that doesn't show emotions and is just super cold and you can't do any intimate fantasies with me either? I'd be a really dangerous machine. Would you love me then? Oh, robotic functions? I'd be super strong. I could play music, schedule your day, wash the house, make you some breakfast. Wait a minute, I'm just making myself your slave in this one. Never mind, don't do that. Don't answer that. Back on what you said earlier about fixing a clingy girlfriend. Would you love me if I was a villain who wanted to conquer the world and I constantly challenged you to death matches for it? Would you try to fix me? Marketable? Of course I'd be marketable. I'd be the hottest villainess this side of hell. What does that matter? Oh, so the writers would do the hard work for you and give me a redemption arc. That's your play. Well, you are absolutely right. Honestly, they probably think we look really cute together, and we do. Now I kind of want to do some kind of cosplay day with you. I can imagine a few characters you'd look good as, but that's a conversation for a different night. Would you love me if I was actually an assassin and this entire relationship was just a way for me to get close to you for the kill, but then I accidentally fell in love for real? Good, because I am. And let me tell you, I've come really, really close to killing you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Or am I? You'll never know. All right, another fun one. Would you love me if I was an alien who abducted you for some DNA samples, but then I decided you were hot for an Earthling and we went to a theme park on Mars and played at a Martian arcade together? No, I'm not secretly an alien either. Or maybe I am. Or maybe I'm an alien assassin. Who knows anymore? Anyways, would you go on a date? All right, well, what if I beat you in every game we play? Yeah, that's the most unrealistic one. As if I'd ever beat you at air hockey. But what if I did? Damn, I'm really playing it too easy here. I thought the sci-fi and mentions of death would be a turnoff. I fell in love with a freak. Or maybe I'm the freak. Yeah, I like that. We're both freaks. Can we get dark? Just like, no more fun fantasy questions. Can I ask something a little serious? Okay, so, I can't, I shouldn't talk about this in bed. I don't know. I really don't know if I should throw this out at you. Fine, I'll do it. Would you love me if I got a disease? Something fatal and I was slowly dying? Would you be there if you saw me cough whatever remained of my life out, or would you leave? I'm sorry, I wasn't... Oh. That's so nice to hear. I think the reason I want to find a limit so badly is to prepare. I love you. I've had such a great time with you. I really don't want it to end, but there's this cynical part of me that keeps telling me we're on borrowed time and something is going to split us up. I try to suppress it so badly, but I can't help but wonder, will it be something big or small? Will it be tomorrow or in 5 years? When will it happen? What? What do you mean, never? You mean that? Always, no matter what? Strong or weak, rich or poor? Thank you. Do you still love me after all this? That's good to know. Here, let's do 2 more. Would you love me if I got on top of you just like this? And would you love me if we started making out right now? Well, let's see if you're lying.